Hello everybody, this is the Pouncy channel, and today I'm doing a review of Knightfalls, about the Knight Templars and the new TV shows on History Channel, and my thoughts about episode 2. Well, it starts out basically, the main guy, like the Edward, is basically talking to basically like his other Knight Templar people like this, about how they're going to find the Holy Grail, and like all they have is a clue. And then you find out the Pope is coming in to find that information. Well, he's invited to this dinner thing to the king's palace. So he goes to the king's palace, he eats a good meal, talks to the king, like that. The king talks to him like this, and he meets the king's wife, and he realizes he's sleeping with his good friend plus the king's wife, like that. And he's like, oh, okay, and he still does it. Like, he's a complete douchebag. So he's, I hate him as a character already, but other than that, the king's like, oh, like he doesn't know what's going on. Like this, he's going around. He's trying to make a decision for his daughter. Should his daughter marry the king of England or a king of this? I think like Spain or something like that. Like I forget what country it was, but what kingdom should his daughter marry to like have a better alliance? Well, his advisor basically was trying to push him to have his daughter marry the king of England, have an alliance with them, like that. That's one plot of the story. Well, after that, it shows the Pope showing up. He does his praise and all this, and you see the king like this. I need you to help me decide who's gonna marry my daughter. And the Pope talks to like the king, and then he talks to the king's wife and the daughter, and the Pope makes his decision eventually like this. And then the advisor comes and tries to talk to him and try to change him. He's like, I don't want you here. You're an unbeliever, yeah. But after that, you see freaking the knights having a discussion like this, and like we need to find the guy's body because he might have clue inside the body, like the body, like his clothes, like this, of how to find the Grail. So they go back to bury the body, and one of the knights like this is sacrilege. We shouldn't do this. This is immoral, like this. And then they discover the body's been dug up. It's disappeared. Well, they go back to the guy's house like this. Well, in the later episode, the guy died, got killed by a bunch of bandits, and this farm boy helped him out, save his life. He still died, but helped save him from losing all his stuff right away. This goes back into when I was to go back to this. We go back to the farm boy's house. He's angry. He's sad. He wants payback because his fiance was brutally raped and murdered like that. She was tied up on a platform with a crossbow on her neck, and you can see she's probably been violated like that. So the clothes ripped off. Like he's angry. He wants to pay back. He's like, I'm gonna go after these bastards and kill them. And then one of the knights like this, he grabs him. He's like, you have no real weapons. You have farm tools. Okay, they will kill you in an instant. You need to stay here and wait for the more knights to show up, and we will avenge them for you. You're the only one that saw their face. We need you to tell us what they look like. Well, he goes in the house. The other two knights go, and I was thinking, like, this guy's the head of the Knights Templar. Like, nobody in this time period will leave the castles with only one other guy. They would leave at least, at the very least, with 10 or 20 guys having their back. I'm like, you're the leader. Like, maybe your temple doesn't have much soldiers, so maybe you have 100, maybe. Like, but you can at least leave it 20. But I was like, so especially if it was a big mission like this. But that's beside the point. Him and the other guy show up. They see the freaking one kid riding off in the horse like this, and they're like, oh, you must be watching him. And then the one guy, he messed his leg up in the last episode, got an arrow through it. He can get on his horse fast enough. The other dude's like, hey, I helped my homeboy out, I get him on the horse, you go after the kid. So the main guy, Edward, goes after the kid, like that. They eventually make it to this town, and I think it's a church they're at. And he's like, hey, you need to calm down, kid, because you can get yourself killed and mess with the whole thing. You're the only one who can identify the murderer, okay? We need him like this. We need to find out where the body is and the information. This is for God's work, like that. Basically, they go over there. They find all these dead monks like that. They find this one guy, punch him up like this. He's like, I don't know anything going on. And get information from him. And then like they go to this other place, this brothel place like this. And you see this one guy like basically interrogating this other priest like that, and like well, I don't think it was a priest, but he might have been like that. But he slit his throat. thinking Edward would had to fight like a bunch of guys in this like basement area, and he was on his own back and forth, fighting like 5 or 10 guys. The other guy goes up the stairs, and basically the guy murdered his freaking fiance was there, and he stopped because one of his like the guy who murdered his fiance's soldiers tackled him like this, stopped beating the crap out of him like that, and he just walks away. He's like, kill him, leave no witnesses like that. Well, later on, it cuts back to thinking the Edward fighting the 10 guys, and you see the 2 other knights finally showing up, helping him out, giving back up like this. They start winning the fight, eventually just slaughtering them, losing little sword fighting techniques like this, you know. And one of the guys couldn't really fully defend himself because his knee is fucked up. Because in episode 1, way long time, he got an arrow through his knee, saving his best friend from Ultra. Like this, so he's a little crippled, so he fell down and had to help him out a little more. At least to another point. Well, after they defeated the guys, they found the body, they were able to bring it back to the temple. Now, let's go back to the other thing. The Pope basically talks to the king, went to this dinner party with the king, and announced, this is my decision. She will marry this one dude from, like, I think Spain or Portugal or like that. And the king was like, okay, cool, awesome. You know, and Isabella, the king's daughter, was happy because that's the man she was blind for months and had strong feelings, and that's the man she wanted to marry like this, you know. And then you see the Knight Templar guy there. He's like to his wife when the king's not looking. He's like, "I'll come to your room tonight," you know. And then later on, you see a part when the king and his wife is alone. He's like, "I want to come to your room and I want to be with you tonight, and I want things to work out for us." So hey, Will, I don't feel like it tonight. Basically lying to him, making the king look like a fool and like, basically a pathetic man. And I'm like, dude, like, your wife's cheating on you, and like, you're the king, and back then you can get anything you want, like. You can any woman, like, I'd be like, if you don't want to be my wife, hell with you, you leave. Like, I'll find another woman. But, you know, he's deeply in love with her, and he's been in love with her all his life. That's a plot thing, so, you know, I'm thinking he's going to find out eventually his homeboy is messing with his wife, and I think that's the reason he's going to kill all the Templars, but that's the other point. Yeah, that happens. Then they end up back in the Templars' temple, and the Pope is there. Edward's there, his 2 homeboys are there like this, discussing with this, and they have the body, and Edward's like this, the one guy that's down with the body, he's like, we have to cut him up and find what's inside him like this. He's like, we'd be no better than these Hispanics like this. We can't do that. That's sacrilege. That's against God. And I'm like, it's pretty messed up to do that. And the Pope's like, it's okay, it's what Edward wants. We have to find out if he has any keys or secrets to get the Holy Grail back. You know? So they cut up his body, and they find a key in it. So, like, and the episode ends like that. I give episode 2 of Knightfall a solid 4. You know, I mean, I was a little biased because I don't really like the Knight Templar because I think they're basically evil and corrupt and sick people like that. But how they glorify this series. But I'm watching it because I enjoy the episodes, entertaining, even with some of the plot hole with history like this because I love history. But you know, you should definitely watch. If you don't watch Knightfall, give it a chance. You know, watch it. It's entertaining. If you like the movie Kingdom of Heaven, you like Knightfall. And this is actually one of the ones that glorify the Knight Templar as good people like this. And yeah, it's basically a story, not completely a story accurate, but it's close enough. And it's good action, good sword fighting like this, good little plots. I do think the king will find out by the end of the season about his wife and about the whole Templars like that, and his supervisor will basically find out the information. Oh, one thing. In one part of the episode, one of the guys said he couldn't really hold himself and couldn't fight that good because of injury. Well, basically, Edward said, hey, you can't be a warrior anymore. You should train people for us. And that is the position now. We can't trust you in battle anymore because you're wounded like this. And he's like, you know what the thing? I regret ever saving your life and getting wounded for this. I should have let you die. And Edward's so hurt and shocked. But in a way, like, dude, if the man wants to fight, let him fight, dude. I mean, even if he's a liability, let him fight. You know, if he dies, it's his choice. He should have the right to choose what he wants to do in life. But that ends off, like, after the whole body's going to find a key, that's not the end. My bad. Basically, the guy's drinking in a bar, he's in a tavern, and thinking the king's advisor walks in. He's like, just tell me what the Pope is looking for. He came here for a reason. And he tells them they're looking for the Holy Grail. Like that. And he's like, okay, I will promise you that I will get the king's best doctors to heal you for telling me information about the guy, the Knight Templar. So, I give the episode solid 8. I'm going to watch episode 3. And let's watch it together and enjoy this journey, okay? Peace out. Salam.